It just very quickly became apparent that um, I needed to niche down as much as possible in order to stand out from all of my colleagues now. And so I guess niching down has been quite a struggle. I've heard from other online therapists that working with people who are struggling with anxiety specifically is not niche enough. And so I am still trying to figure out what is the right wording that I can actually talk with someone who's struggling with social anxiety and anxiety where they go, oh, I can relate to what this, what this person is saying, and I'd really actually think that they have something that I can bring to the table, or that they can bring to the table. So
now that you talked about niching, did quarantine make you have that epiphany where you're like, I need to niche? Like before quarantine, was it more so like, okay, I can talk to anyone?
I guess I thought that telehealth was my niche. I just knew that it wasn't something that everybody was just jumping right into. I thought telehealth in relationship to social anxiety was just an amazing match. That I could talk to someone in their comfort zone and we could tease out what they were going through. But yeah, that kind of went away when everybody was doing it. So.
I think a lot of people I've talked to, like friends that are generally outgoing people, that during quarantine they've became like more socially anxious. Like they don't even really like going to social gatherings anymore. And like it's kind of like a burden to do that, and I think it's like we're so used to doing things online now, and like especially a lot of people doing online learning. I think it took me a little bit to even understand how you were saying, like on a niche. I have friends who are health coaches and they help people in person and they don't have a niche. They help people with diabetes, obesity, like all these different things. But when you go online and you're trying to attract clients, I think you need to come up with a niche that speaks to them, and that can be like so difficult, I feel like. So basically during quarantine is like, I've been doing a lot of introspection, like been alone a lot, and the more I'm able to realize like the difference between a niche and an ideal client, I confused the two. Like for a second I was like, okay, my niche is women or moms or whatever, but that's not a niche. That's a like ideal client, I guess you could say, right? But I think like during quarantine, raising a toddler and also having this dream that I'm working on, it's been a lot, but it's given me the opportunity to really go all into it. And I know that like you're not going to figure it all out at once or like super fast. We have to actually take action and learn from everything that we do. Like it's not like just because you took a course from someone you're going to know how to do things right or things are going to work out, because we literally have to take action and do what we think we should do in that moment and learn from that and pivot. And I also realized you can pivot whenever you want at any point. If you want to change your whole entire niche and ideal audience, you can do that because you're finding more pieces about who you really are here to serve and like how you can serve them. And I think that's been a really good realization for me too, because I tend to like get kind of attached to like a specific concept sometimes, where I'm like super passionate about one concept, knowing that I can help this ideal audience with this niche but then realizing, actually, I'm going to pivot it to this. It's hard sometimes to let go of those ideas or concepts that we have.
Yeah, and I think that the more people that we do connect with online, maybe one-on-one or in small groups, just by hearing what it is that they look for in a product or service, that changes everything for us too, in terms of like pivoting. Like if we did have that set picture of this is the person who I'm going to serve, and then all of a sudden we have a chat with our group members and they actually highlight a desire that we didn't even quite think about. And I don't know, I've found that every single client that I've had, it makes it a little bit more enriched in my mind of who I'm serving, because it was more like an idea of who I was going to be serving in the future, hopefully near future. But then when someone came in and they were an actual person and they had actual struggles or they had actual desires that I didn't even think of that I could be potentially serving, that was really cool to see.
Having the Launch Ladies teams is like super, super helpful. We can provide this for people because I know it's going to be a game changer like it has been for us. And it's just...
If you are interested in joining the Launch Ladies team and getting your group of 4 to 6 women, we are accepting applications, and it is time to fill out an application and send it to us, and we will read your responses and get back to you. And we're super excited to connect with you and super excited to get your team going.
Oh my